All right, guys. Here with Matt Elvis, who's just won his top 32 match, and he will advance to the top 16. How you feeling, Matt?
Pretty lucky, because I drew probably the only Garbodor deck. There's a Garbodor Darkrai Sableye deck in top 32, and I'm playing Hydreigon, or however you say it, and so that's obviously a pretty bad matchup. So I was unlucky to get that draw, but I was lucky to win.
All right, so that's obviously a terrible matchup. Like I played it 3 times today. It was just painful, long games. How did you manage to come out on top?
It was a painful, long game. Game 1, I ended up decking him. I consulted a good friend of mine. You might know him. Oh, it's you. Before the game, and gave me some sage wisdom that you're not supposed to bring out the Hydreigon or play it how you normally would, because they just bring up your Hydreigon or whatever has a lot of retreat and crushing hammer, and you end up losing. And so unfortunately I opened up with Dino, but nothing I could do about that. I don't know if he ended up killing it that game, or it just ended up seeing on the bench I manually retreated, I don't know. But he brung out 2 Garbodors, and I ended up just catchering. I was lucky to have the catcher in my hand a lot of times, but I would catcher up a Garbodor. It would get stuck there for a few turns. He'd Juniper, he'd get a switch. He'd hit like a Darkrai for 70. I'd catcher it again, and eventually he ran out of switches. And meantime I was putting damage on a Sableye to make sure I knock that out before he gets a chance, or even catches on. I think there was a turn he could have done it actually, and he didn't before he junk hunts for the switches, and then it's just kind of like
game over.
All right, yeah, jigs up there. But so I don't know if I got lucky and catch on to that, or if I forgot exactly when he was able to do that. But and it also helped that at the end of the game, so he needs to switch and then junk hunt, right? He's got 1 switch left in his deck, 5 cards, draw pass, draw pass, draw pass, draw pass. The switch is the last card, so that was kind of lucky too.
Yeah, so if he switches, he is already decked out, so he can't like get Super Odd back or whatever.
Yeah, basically.
Or get switches back.
Switches back, yeah. Like I said, the jig would have been up. So he decked out that game. Switch was his last card, and then game 2, I went with a similar strategy, but he knew what I was gonna do, and so it worked for a little bit, but he was able to get a Sableye with a Rescue Scarf, and he got his switches back, and so.
Can't
At
fool
this
him
time
twice.
though, he was good. He played it pretty well actually, especially game 2, and so. But I was fortunate enough to stall him long enough that I was up to be able to build up a lot of stuff. I opened up the Dino again. I ended up evolving to a Zweilous at one point, never retreating it. I did draw in. I retreated, and so I had this Zweilous sitting on my bench all game. And then when I realized, like, okay, I'm not gonna be able to deck him, I catcher up his Garbodors. I have a bunch of catchers in my hand, so I'm just gonna knock them out, and I'm gonna take a bunch of prizes, and then I'm gonna have a lead, and then I'm also gonna have the Hydreigon once the Garbodors are gone, and then I knew at that point I could kind of max motion my way to victory for the last 2 prizes, and that's basically what happened.
Well, so you took probably your toughest matchup, 2-0. What else can you say?
Lucky, and I appreciate the advice from Kyle here. This is like a quarter victory for him, He didn't do as well today, so he has to take what he gets.
I'm like the washed up, the guy who was like star quarterback in high school.
He's living vicariously through me.
Yeah, I had my moment, and now it's passed, and now I gotta pass on my wisdom to you.
I shouldn't even play anymore. Does this mean I get the top cut too? Do I get sole control of the top cut?
Man, I worked so hard though. You can't just take it from me.
Nah, I'm pretty sure I can, man. That's just how these things go.
Right? Maybe if you
pass
win.
The torch.
Speaking of this has been your year so far, kind of. I mean, past couple of years you haven't had so much success, but you went undefeated. You won a battle road. Now you went 8-1 today. You're moving on to top 16. What's the big difference here between in the past you didn't have the greatest results, and now here things are going really well?
I think. For one, I think I have the best deck, and I'm very confident in my list. Like that's when I first started looking at this format, I didn't play at the end of last year, so I didn't know much about Darkrai, but I thought it was pretty obvious that just the Hydreigon Darkrai Max Potion combo was so good. If you ever get Hydreigon out, you're just such a favorite to win every match, and so I think part of it was identifying the best deck. I think I played more. I mean, I think that's really it. It's just I played more at the start of the season, and so it you don't want to know what we're looking at, folks. You do not want to know. And so I just playing more, I think, helps a lot. Jason Klaczynski moved back to Chicago, and so I've been able to play test a little bit more with him. And I always think playing with good players makes you better, and so that's pretty much how it is. You get a little luck too. I definitely had some things go my way. I mean, you're obviously a much better player. We ran basically a much better player. Ran basically the same list, and you had to play 3 Garbodors in Swiss today, and I didn't have to play any. So
it's part of the game.
That said, I played 1 and I did beat it. Yeah. So pass the torch.
I passed along my knowledge. I did go 2-1 against the deck. I also
you decked 2-1. I thought you went. Oh yeah, you went 2-1.
Yeah. So I knew how to play against it. It's just when they hit all heads on a Crushing Hammer, you just kind of lose.
He annihilated me on Crushing Hammer. It didn't even matter though, so you're just gonna deck.
I also didn't have that those wireless that could bring the energy back.
The drawing?
That's kind of important. Yeah, I played the dark one.
Oh, how did you know I played the other one then? You knew I played that, and then you recommended it.
Yeah, that's how good of a friend I am.
I know, good friend. Everybody, listen to this.
All right, so what do you think your chances are here on out? I mean, you pretty much got past your one bad matchup. Is there anything else you're afraid to play against from here?
There really isn't. Throughout Swiss, I had a lot of close games. I had not a lot of great starts. I didn't go first a lot, so I did not run hot through Swiss to go 8-1. It was a lot of tough games, but the deck just seems to pull itself, out of these bad situations. And so I've played a lot of Terrakion decks, which a week ago I would have been worried about, but I play tested enough and found out just that you still beat it. I adjusted my deck list, kind of knowing that there'd be a lot of Terrakion. So there's nothing that. It's funny. I said earlier that there's nothing in the format that's really an auto loss for me, but Garbodor kind of is. But now I'm through that, so if I beat that, I feel like I feel like I'm not too worried. That said, there's a lot of good players left, I'm sure, and I just gotta play well.
Do you have any idea who you're playing tomorrow?
I have no idea. Do you know?
Nah.
Bad friend.
Sorry, I was sitting here talking about another match.
Yeah. It's
for
always
the top
something.
Cut that you're gonna steal from me, apparently.
Steal? It's called passing the torch, man. Your time is up. The people want it.
Look, man, are you gonna sit at home commentating?
Hey, chat people, do you want to listen to this guy anymore? Is this on a delay here? Is it on a delay?
A little bit. But...
A little bit? Well, we'll find out what happens.
Are you gonna
Press
sit at
1
home
for Kyle, 2 for
playing
me.
on Bad Deck Monday? Are you gonna take that over?
God, no. The people don't even like that.
All right, man.
Pooka for life. Get this guy out of here. Who is this guy?
Is there anything else you want to say or anything you want to mention before we let you go and you head into tomorrow?
Really what I'm looking forward to tomorrow is week 6 of Lafante Fantasy Football League. I'm playing Biggins, who I heard was here, but I haven't seen him. So I play him tomorrow. He is 4-1. I am 3-2. Donald Brown went out middle of the week. I didn't even know that. I found that out the other day, and so I'm starting your boy John Kuhn. What's his name? Is that John Kuhn?
Yeah, John Kuhn.
I don't know his first name. I assumed it was John, but Kuhn, I know that.
He looks like a John, huh?
Yeah, he just looks like a John. Just average white guy. Yeah, so that's what I'm really looking forward to. Who cares how I do in top 16? So I'll trade a top 16 victory for a Fonte Fantasy Football victory any day of the week.
That's how much
I need it too. 3-2. I need this victory.
All right, Matt. Well, congratulations. Wish you the best of luck for tomorrow, and we'll see you back for the top 16.
Thanks, Kyle.